guys, welcome back to this channel. For those who are new in here, my name is Sassito and I am a radiographer. Now, for this video, this will be the second part of what happens after CORU, and this will be more focused on my experience from the agency, SM LAZO, and on my flight. If you are looking for a video for how to process a direct hire personally, this is not that video because I have an agency to process all of that for me. As I have mentioned in my previous video, I am a direct hire and I did process my working visa. However, during my POEA process, my employer has endorsed me to an agency. This is because they have already reached the maximum allowable OFWs that they could hire directly, and that they need to get a POEA accredited recruitment agency to process the POEA part to be able to get me out of the country. Now, this is under the Memorandum Circular number 8 series of 2018. You have to read on this on more details on the exemption and non-exemption of foreign employers from the direct hiring ban. Now, I will link the description below for you to read on this one. If you have a specific target employer, you can actually call DMW or POEA or email them to ask if how many employees have they've already hired, and if naka-5 na sila. During your interview, you have to explain to them that the process to get you out of the country, and because some employers are not aware na if naka-5 na sila, kailangan na ng agency, or for those who are trying to get you out of the country for the first time, even if ikaw ang pinaka-first na employer na na-hire nila, madugo pa rin yung process kasi may mga kailangan pa rin silang i-provide, then send to Polo, stuff like that. And those are the downsides of having to get hired directly compared to having someone go through an agency, kasi mas madali talaga ang process on both the employer and the employee side, because the agency will do everything with those. And now, before everything else, the first thing you need to do is to get registered under the DMW website. You have to create an e-registration account in here. So that's the website that you have to go through. Click the register part. Input your information that's asked, should be the same with the one in your passport, and then you'll receive this one, and then you'll receive an email from the DMW, and then follow that one, and then you'll go through in here and you have to fill out every section that's asked of you. So my profile, my education, my experience, lahat yan dapat naka-fill out. And then after that one, kailangan mo siyang i-print, and then if your agency asks this one, then you have to provide it. Next is the PEOS, which is a certificate that proves that the person has completed the POEA seminar, which is a mandatory online seminar for aspiring OFWs. So you're required to get this one, and then just register using your e-registration number, and then just fill out all of the modules that are asked of you. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 8, and then just print that certificate and provide it when they ask that of you. Okay, so let's proceed with the medical part, which is basically, ginawa ko yung medical ko sa SM LAZO, which is in Manila, because ito yung affiliated na medical clinic ng agency ko. So my agency is Omanfil. Now, what we did was that yung handler ko asked me for a specific date kung kailan ako pwedeng magpa-medical, and then I provided the date, and then nag-email siya via email ng referral form. Now, I did ask my housemate, I did ask yung tumawag ako sa SM LAZO to ask yung pwede bang mag-walk-in, and they said no, kailangan mo talaga ng referral before ka pumunta doon. Now, on the day of the procedure, what I did is that bumili ako sa pharmacy ng 2 sample container. So, yung maliliit na round na ganon, basically. Hi! Yes. It's alright. Do your thing. Okay lang ba? Nakasama ka, kere lang? Housemate ko. Nagdala ako ng, bumili na ako sa pharmacy ng 2 container. Isa for urine sample and isa for stool sample. And then, yung urine sample, pwede mo siyang kunin on the day of the procedure sa mismong clinic itself. And then, yung stool sample, pwede ka nang magdala before ka palang pumunta. Just make sure na hindi siya masyadong matagal. Kasi ang bacteria dun sa poop mo, magmumultiply. Tapos, by the time na napunta na siya sa laboratory, hindi na accurate yung reading ng results mo. So, it's better to just, siguro mga 3 hours before ng schedule mo or 2 hours, kumuha ka na ng stool sample. Anyways, i-check nung guard yung mga requirements mo and everything. Nag-ask din sila ng COVID. This was April, so nag-ask sila sa akin ng COVID, yung certificate for COVID. And then, after nun, pinapunta kami sa second floor, which is basically reception nila. And then, i-check ulit ng reception yung details mo and they will give you a paper. Sa paper na yun, may mga list ng rooms kung saan ka pupunta. Now, ako, sa experience ko, ang ginawa sa akin is that punta ko sa room 203 for a blood extraction, stool and urine. So, parang laboratory area nila yon. And then, like I said, nagdala na ako ng stool sample before pa lang ako dumating. And then, urine sample, kinuha doon mismo sa clinic. And then, room 303, hindi ko makakalimutan. This is my work, which is basically x-ray. What they did is a standard chest x-ray. And for reference, ang standard breathing instructions is that hinga ng malalim, labas ang hangin, hinga ng mas malalim sa ilong yon, and then hold your breath. Then, x-ray, and then relax, and then pwede ka nang pumunta sa next na process mo. And then, room 501 for psych evaluation. Ang psych evaluation is that binigyan ka na lang nila ng paper, and then you have to answer a question like, tell me about yourself, blah, 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 blah. Just answer the question as truthfully as you can, and then move on ka na sa next room. Now, for room 401, this is for audio test. So, ang ginawa is that pinapasok lang ako sa isang room and then I had to put a headset on. And then, sabi lang nung staff is that every time na may maririnig akong sound, whichever side man yun, ikiklik ko lang yun. That's it. Yun lang ang audio test nila. And then, pumunta ako sa, hindi ko alam kung ano ng room to, but it's for a dental. For pa lang ako pumunta dito, nagdala na ako ng certificate from my own dentist. And then, clearance, parang dental clearance from my own dentist. However, narinig ko sa iba na ang pasta nila actually sa SM LAZO is quite expensive. If I'm not mistaken, it's 1,500 per pasta. Kung gusto mo magtipid, just have it done outside and ask your dentist to provide you a certificate, and yun na yung ibibigay mo sa SM LAZO. Hindi ko na actually maalala yung ibang room, but aside from what I have mentioned above, sa mga pinuntahan ako, pumunta ako to do a eye check, which is basically standard eye check nila. And then, another room for a physical assessment. Now, sa physical assessment, pinaghubad nila ako, everything. I remove everything and then except your panty and brief. And then, i-check ka ng doktora or doctor, whichever you want. Kung ayaw mo nang, I wonder if you can actually prefer a male or a female na doctor. I haven't tried, pero ang time na yon ang nag-check ata is a older doktora. And then, after lahat ng mga na-mention ko, pinababa nila ako sa room 104 and na-instructan na mag-i-email na lang sila ng medical result ko. And then after a few days, in-inform ako ng agency ko na the medical results are good and ready to go. And then next na was my PDOS, which is a pre-departure orientation seminar. Mandatory po ito sa lahat ng mga OFWs, and I think mine was around 2 hours, 4 hours, 2 to 3 hours. And then this one is scheduled by your agency. I think yun na yung process ko. Okay, so as you can see, I already have my luggages ready. And for today, this is the day before my actual flight. We are going to a medical center as a last part of my medical, which is required by my agency. So for this one, I'm going to do a blood test for a pregnancy test / blood test. Now, after this one, after doing the medical, we're going to the agency to give the result and do the final orientation. So I think obviously this is only applicable for women, and that this test is applicable per agency or if they actually require it, because I did ask my employer and they actually do not require this one. So this is just through a requirement from my agency. So the day ng sa day ng flight ko, ang instruction sa akin ng agency is to go to sa POEA section ng airport, and then before ka mag-check-in. Now, pagpunta ko doon, hinanap ko pa talaga siya sa Terminal 3 ako. Nagulat yung staff, sabi niya, that is an outdated process already. So, pagdating mo na, next time daw na ilipad ulit ako as an OFW, what you can do is just proceed ka lang directly sa check-in. And then, sa check-in, titignan ng staff yung plane ticket mo, and then if yung ticket na nabili is may tax as an tax, may hindi ko alam kung ano yun basta tax something, and then since tax-free ang mga OFW, bibigyan ka nila ng maliit na paper to fill that out, and then pagdating sa waiting area sa boarding gate mo, may lady doon na uupo. Tapos, ibibigay mo yung kwan na yon, yung paper na yon, and then i-refund nila sa'yo. I think mine was almost 500 or something. 500 plus. And then, yun lang naman. 20 hours yung flight ko. And then, pagdating ko sa Jubilee International Airport, dumiretso lang ako dun sa... Susunod mo lang naman yung mga instructions sa mga directions. Pumunta ako sa immigration, and then chinek nung immigration officer yung mga documents ko. Wala naman siya masyadong tinanong. So, yung inas niya lang is that, what are you here for? And then sinabi ko, by work, mag-work ako dito. And then, who's your employer? Tapos, sinabi ko yung employer ko, let me check your working permit. Chinek niya yung working permit ko, and then inask niya yung aking passport, where he wrote yung validity ng aking stay. Basically, ang binigay niya is 3 months. So, yun lang. And then, for my next video, I will be discussing yung IRP card. And then, I'll also be discussing about your PPSN. So, ito yung mga most important documents that you have to get once nakadating ka na dito sa Ireland. Yun lang. Bye!
Sorry. And then I saw that. No, what did it say? Like clucking something like a chicken, like cluck, 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 cluck.
That's how I used to.